A bill now in the Colorado Senate would discourage neighborhood groups from fighting back against residential land use decisions. The bill passed in the House last week. News 5's Maggie Bryan has been following this legislation. She's joining us in studio. And Maggie, this could get costly for homeowners.
Diane, this bill would make neighborhood groups pay the city's legal fees if they lose the appeal in court. The Colorado Springs Chamber and EDC says these residential appeals are delaying needed housing projects, but the city documents I went through show less than a dozen of these appeals over the past decade. Jamie Nall looks out on his backyard and the 60-acre plot of land just beyond it.
We really always wanted to back to open space. That's why we bought our house.
Soon that land could be filled with almost 300 homes. It's a plan he and other residents of the Kettle Creek neighborhood in North Colorado Springs are not on board with. They say they have concerns about wildfire evacuations with only one egress in the area.
Those are the only two people in our entire neighborhood that wouldn't sign that they were against this plan.
City Council rezoned the land from park space to residential use last month. With that came the approval of the land use plan for the new development called Ovation. Nah and other neighbors had appealed every step they could. Now their last resort is appealing the decision to a court in what's called a Rule 106 appeal.
It's taken us a ton of time researching how these things work.
He says the already time-consuming and expensive filing process could become more risky. A bill now in the Colorado Senate would make neighborhood groups pay the city's legal fees if they lose a 106 appeal.
It makes zero sense to me. I don't understand how it's right. They know how this process works, and I'm flying blind, and now they're going to take my last step away from me.
The city's chamber and EDC testified in support of the bill. The vice president for the chamber's government affairs says there's a need for more housing in the city, and some neighborhood groups are trying to delay growth. But how big of a problem is this? City attorney documents show there have been less than a dozen of these appeals filed over the past decade in Colorado Springs. The chamber says, however, their concern lies in the increase of filings over the past year. Nah says the legislation is definitely discouraging.
If I have to pay the attorney's fees on the other side if we don't pass, if we don't win, that's very demotivating to try to do anything.
He says if the bill becomes law, he's not sure if he and other neighbors will continue the fight in their own backyard. The bill has been assigned to the Senate Judiciary Committee for more discussion. We'll keep you updated on its progress.